I want to show you a live picture from right outside the gates of the Powell Street station in downtown San Francisco. We've just learned about 25 people have been detained during this protest. Also, police have been asking the media to leave. So this is why our cameraman is now filming through the bars of the station in order to give you a look at what's going on inside. Now, the Powell Street station is closed to BART trains right now, but all other stations in the area are open.
We've been watching this unfold for the past hour or so. KTVU's Jana Katsuyama has been right in the middle of this protest, literally, since it began. Jana, are things starting to calm down, or does this situation appear to be getting worse?
I have to stay with him. Frank, I'm sorry. Right now, they just took our press passes, and there are about 12 or 15 people who are still in the circle. My photographer, Alan Leong, and I are standing next to a team of San Francisco police and BART police officers. We are being that the media, all the media will have to leave. They have taken our press passes and they are processing release forms. And then we were told that they were going to be making arrests of all the other people who are there. I counted anywhere up to maybe 50 officers who are down here right now, a mix of BART police, San Francisco police. I also saw some people in Homeland Security uniforms. And right now, it's very quiet down here. At different points, we saw people being arrested and taken away. I'd say about like 6 or so. There are about 6 people who were taken away in handcuffs, and I'm just staying with the photographer right now as we're being processed.
Are you getting any indication? Jen, are you getting any indication as to how long until the station might reopen?
No, I do not. Right now, everything has been shut down. As you can see, the gates are closed, both on this side and also on the Westfield Shopping Center side and the entrance to Market Street. So right now it's very calm, but they haven't made an indication as to what the next step will be or how long the station will be closed down.
So right now it does look like the officers have this situation under control. There's no more chanting, and it looks fairly orderly right now. It just has to be processed.
Yes, I mean, there was a little bit of pushing and shoving at different points. As we told you earlier in the 5 o'clock, they had surrounded a group of protesters, and we were sort of caught right in the center of all of that. There was a lot of chanting, and then they started taking people away one by one. So at least for right now, some of the protesters were telling us they're very upset by this, that they feel they were told that the protest was on outside of the gates, and they felt like they had complied with that, and that now they, feel like this is unjust. So we are going to be, I'm waiting right now. There's a police officer here from BART who is waiting to escort us away from the protesters, and they're just finishing some paperwork. And I imagine that we are probably going to be probably pulled outside of the station as they have done with most of the other media teams.
All right, Jana, thanks very much. We want to go now to David Stevenson. He is live above the Powell Street station where a crowd is gathering now they've been watching the protest. David, what's the situation like up on the street?
Well, Julie, take a look off to my side here. You can see some of the dozens of people who've been up here for at least an hour watching the proceedings going on down below on the plaza. Taking a look down below, you can see some of the people who are gathered outside the gates, including our cameraman as well, taking a look at what's going on inside the gate. They've been standing out there very closely watching the detaining of about 25 protesters inside the station there. We have some video that was shot a little earlier on this evening that shows what it was like inside, that shows the number of people chanting, the number of police that were there. At one point, we saw more than 24 San Francisco police officers head down the escalator and join BART police down there to assist during this protest. I'm joined right now by Callie Madoff. She is with No Justice, No BART, to talk a little bit about what she saw inside there. Callie, talk to us. You said earlier today that this would be a spare the fair day in which you would try to encourage people maybe to block the turnstiles in order to assure people have free fare to get through the turnstiles today.
Yes, that was the plan, and that's what we announced on Monday. Frankly, we didn't even get that far. Before protesters even arrived, the BART had shut down almost every entrance of the BART, with the exception of this one here at Halliday Plaza. And once protesters arrived, more and more police came and actually blocked people in, and about 25 people have been arrested.
It seemed that largely during this, the number of police actually outnumbered the number of protesters on the scene here.
Yeah, at times that really is what it seemed. But yeah.
How successful is this protest? This is the sixth major protest that's gone on since the wake of that July 3rd shooting of that homeless man who threatened the police officers with a knife, allegedly threatened them with a knife. Do you believe that the public is having sympathy for the message you're trying to get out here about alleged police brutality?
You know, I certainly hope so. I think that this really illustrates what the BART police are willing to do and what the BART authorities are willing to do to shut down any sort of even peaceful protest. The only thing that happened here today was that people shouted and had banners in an area already designated as a free speech zone where the BART authorities themselves said that they would welcome peaceful protest.
What do you say to the commuters that we constantly have been hearing from the last few weeks who are upset that these protests are interfering with their commute and feel there's a more effective way to make your point?
We've said since we announced this protest on Monday that it was never our intention to shut down the BART, shut down this station, or to disrupt service in any way. Our only intention was to shut down the fare gates and actually just to give everybody a ride for free, save that $3.50 on their way back across the bay.
And what's next? Do we expect more protests coming up next week?
Absolutely.
Right, Kelly Madoff with No Justice, No BART joining me here live. We're going to take a look real quickly at a number of people who are shouting, let them go, outside the BART station. This situation is still evolving and it's likely to continue on through the hour. We'll be bringing you any updates at the situation as it develops. For now, reporting live in San Francisco, David Stevenson, KTVU, Channel 2 News.
David, just